You're listening to the Results Driven Organizations podcast with Dr. Taunya Lowe, a podcast of curated conversations with C-suite leaders and those who support organizational growth and development. Get ready for inspiring interviews, educational lessons, and thought-provoking discussions that will challenge you to execute something new and innovative that will drive results in your organization. And now, here's Dr. Taunya Lowe.
Hello, you're listening to episode 38 of the Results Driven Organizations podcast with Dr. Taunya Lowe. Using my results driven philosophy of strategy, leadership, teams, and customer experiences, I help organizations develop their best kept secret, their human capital. Imagine this. You're a company trying to navigate the competitive job market. It's like a wild race where finding the right talent is kind of like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Skills are evolving and the demand for specialized expertise continues to grow, but the talent pool just can't keep up. There's a disconnect between what you need as an organization and what potential candidates seem to offer. And when you find yourself in this bubble, it feels like the hiring process will never end. It's long, it's drawn out, and it seems like filling crucial positions will never happen. But that's not all. That's not all. You know, with the rise of technology, means employees need to constantly update their skills. It's not just about hiring, it's about upskilling and reskilling. And I talked about that in previous episodes. So if you haven't listened to those, go back and listen to about how half of the workforce will have to reskill or upskill by 2025. But here's the key. Candidates aren't just looking for a job anymore. They're looking for a culture fit. They're looking for work-life balance. They're looking for growth, personal and professional growth. And I always say there's a thin line between personal and professional growth. So if you are an organization who offers professional growth opportunities, know that people are going to grow personally. Don't be afraid of the word personal growth. Because they go together. They go together. So as a company, how do you tackle this complex puzzle? Well, people are getting creative. And in 2023, this game-changing trend emerged. And it's called quiet hiring. I heard of it this summer when I attended some SHRM meetings. And the topic kept coming up about quiet hiring, which is the other side of quiet quitting. And if you missed that episode, make sure you go back and listen to that. But quiet hiring is the secret sauce of talent acquisition today. It's reshaping the way companies find the best talent for their positions. And I can't even say quiet as it's kept. We all want the top talent. We all want the top talent. And so quiet hiring it's not your typical hiring process. It's all about being discreet and personal and strategic. So instead of shouting job opportunities from the rooftops, companies are quietly building relationships with potential candidates. They're networking, they're attending industry events, they're relying on referrals. This stealth approach helps them tap into hidden talent. It's engaging with candidates who aren't actively job hunting. Some might say they're out there poaching talent from other organizations. I say they're having a conversation with talent, letting them know about opportunities. So why is quiet quitting so revolutionary? It's revolutionary because it's a win-win. Companies get the top-notch talent they need, and candidates get approached in a confidential manner. They get an opportunity to have conversations about companies and opportunities before they even really start looking. It's like a covert operation for recruitment, ensuring that both sides are comfortable and secure. And it's really easy to have a conversation with someone about a potential opportunity because it's non-threatening. It's really non-threatening. And in this evolving business landscape, quiet hiring, it's not just a trend, it's a strategic move. Companies that are doing it, they are doing it very well. So the next time you wonder, how are companies snagging the best talent? Just remember, sometimes the quiet approach speaks the loudest. So here's where you grab a pen and a pad, because as a leader, you should be aware of some key benefits to quiet hiring. And I've got some for you. So the first one is access to top talent. Quiet hiring allows leaders to connect with highly skilled professionals who are actively job hunting. It changes the pace of the game when someone isn't job hunting and you're not trying to fill a position. You're just kind of having a conversation. Number two, speedy hiring. And I did say speedy hiring. Building relationships in advance makes the recruitment process quicker and more efficient. We've got to get back to building relationships. We've got to get back to networking, not just collecting a stack of business cards, or having people lost in your phone now because no one really uses business cards anymore, but I digress. But it's actually building relationships. And when a position is coming up, you remember, oh, I remember Dr. Lowe is over here at this place. She'd be a great addition. Let me take her to lunch. Let me have a conversation with her. So it helps you speed up the hiring process. Number three, better candidate experience. Quiet hiring demonstrates a personalized and respectful approach to talent acquisition. And so candidates appreciate the confidentiality and the discretion, leading to a more positive impression of the organization, even if they don't decide to join. So as a candidate, I can talk with you about what you have coming up. I can talk about skill alignment. Even if I decide not to join your organization, even if an offer is not made, right? Because we're just having a conversation. And I'm going to tell you, if I'm the one leading the conversation, or if I'm working with a client and they are interested in learning these skills, that conversation is going to be so strong that candidate is going to say, hey, what do I need to do to get in, right? So your conversations need to be compelling. Number four, confidentiality. Quiet hiring is also known as passive hiring. So passive candidates can explore opportunities discreetly without disrupting their current jobs. Like you're not about to call for references and all of that. It's, I keep going back to, it's just a conversation to see if there's alignment, to see if there's interest. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation and establishing a relationship. Number five, it creates a strategic talent pool. Leaders can build a talent pipeline by nurturing relationships. Didn't I tell you? Get back to nurturing these relationships. Go back through your phone. Go back through that stack of cards that you have. Create what John Maxwell calls learning lunches. It's going to make your hiring process smoother. And if not, if nothing else, you've brought someone else to the surface to have a conversation with, to nurture that relationship. If it doesn't, not to fill a position, but maybe other opportunities in your organization. Number 6 is competitive edge. Who doesn't like a competitive edge? Quiet hiring gives organizations an edge in the competitive talent market. Top talent is, again, hard to find. You either have to develop your talent within, which I am a key. I love it when organizations develop their talent within, especially when I get to come in and help them do that. Or you have to utilize the strategy of quiet hiring, aka poaching. Number 7, cultural fit. Leaders gain insight into candidates, ensuring they align with the organization's culture and long-term goals. You don't want to hire somebody and find out they're not a fit for your organization, that their goals are different from, are not in alignment with your organization, right? And so many times companies will hire people who are not a good fit, but it's too late once they've signed on the dotted line. So with quiet hiring, it gives you that opportunity. Again, I'm going to use that word again, have a conversation. But as you're having these conversations, you're going to ask key questions. You're going to really, really fill them out to see if they may be a top talent, but they may not be top talent for your organization. So you want to make sure it's a culture fit. Number 8 is networking. Networking. Leaders, I encourage you to engage in valuable networking, providing insights beyond just recruiting. And again, it's relationship building, right? The relationships are our currency. Whether you're quiet hiring or you're quiet quitting, okay? Relationships are our currency. So think about, what is your networking strategy for your organization and for yourself? So in a nutshell, quiet hiring, it isn't just a recruitment strategy. It's a game changer for leaders looking to fill top positions, key positions, secure top talent effectively and seamlessly. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode on quiet hiring. I know it's different. Go back and listen to Quiet Quitting, and it's the episode right before this one. Make sure you visit our show notes to subscribe, order your copy of our Amazon #1 bestseller, Results Driven Organizations, the 4 Keys to a High Performance Workplace, and grab our special gift to you for being a valued listener.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Results Driven Organizations podcast with Dr. Taunya Lowe. Be sure to review the show notes for the resources mentioned, and don't forget to grab your free gift available at